Good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody, and welcome to the new moon in Leo. I do apologize for getting this to everyone kind of late. Usually I get this a day or two before, but it has been one hell of a weekend. But let's get right to it, shall we? So here we go. So we have this very sexy new moon, as I call it. Leo new moons are always sexy, in my opinion. It happens today, August 4th, at 7:13 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So the new moon is here, both East Coast and West Coast. A new moon in Leo on a Sunday will bring strong energies. Sunday is ruled for that's Leo's day. This new moon is all about going out, letting your hair down, and having a good time. Many souls will want to bring joy and pleasure into their lives, and some will also want to buy things that sparkle. We have a tendency to want shiny things in this energy. There will be others that will spruce up their looks and visit with visits to the salon, the dermatologist, day spa, and don't forget the nails too. This energy is so Leo, and many new romances can be started. They intensify, and many of us will feel like kids again and enjoy life's simple pleasures like picnics in the park or adventures out to a rock concert or a sporting event. Let's not forget the children, as their energy will bring a lot of joy, happiness, quality time together, and even some lucky news could be ahead in regards to your children. Many will be exuding creativity, filled with new ideas and ways to make your mark on the world. Leo energy always gives us extra strength to proceed forward. Just be aware of Mercury retrograde. Now, it went in modern astrology, it went retrograde today in Virgo, but this has been in place for 10 days prior with my method of astrology. So you want to keep the sarcasm in check. And those with the strong Leo sun placements, you must learn to keep the ego in check and give others the opportunity to shine as well. If they don't, it will be their downfall. All right, moving on. It will be all the fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and fixed signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus, that feel this energy strongly. And of course, all those born with a dragon's head or tail, sun, moon, or rising in Leo are all going to feel this energy the strongest. Now, the first week of this new moon cycle will bring fairly pleasant energies with a Mercury-Venus conjunction and sextile with the Sun and Jupiter will make for a very nice new moon energy this week. Do be aware of the retrogrades that we have. We have Pluto and Neptune. Not Pluto and Neptune. We have Pluto, Neptune. I don't think I've had enough coffee yet. We have Pluto, Neptune, Saturn, and Mercury all retrograding. And Mercury will be in Virgo, dignified, for the next 2 weeks, making people more critical, tactless, sarcastic, and seem like they're kind of above others. So just be aware of that energy. Leo moons always put us in the mood for entertainment, fun, and celebrations, but you want to stay off amusement park rides when we're in retrograde. Myself, your own astrologer, got stuck on the haunted house ride at Disneyland many years ago. I think it was like 2012, something like that. And I learned the hard way that the stars don't mess around, and we were in a Mercury retrograde. So I'm always aware of that now. It will be around August 10th that you could see the most chaos, especially with children involved. Enjoy the first week of August because the second week will get deadly under this Platonic window. Also, keep in mind that the entire month of August is under a Mercury retrograde. Just because it goes direct on the 27th in modern astrology, in my method, it's not direct till the 4th of September. So just be prepared for that. This placement, you're going to have to prepare for travel delays, car, train, and bus accidents, miscommunication, misunderstandings, power failure, computer and broadcasting issues. And I, as a DJ, can honestly say yesterday my broadcaster was going crazy. I mean, there were just weird things happening to it. I'm going, I was still able to broadcast. It just was acting very funny. And I'm like, Mercury retrograde. Anyway, let's see, where was I? So yes, miscommunications, misunderstandings. We need to be prepared for things like that, computer and broadcasting issues, car problems. It's usually best to be proactive than reactive. And what I mean by that is, like your car, on a side note here, go get your car taken care of, get it tuned up, get the oil changed. So be proactive so that when something bad happens, it's not reactive. Take the precautions ahead of time, is what I'm trying to say, if that makes any sense. As we move closer to the partial lunar eclipse in Pisces on the 19th, it will prove to be explosive and shocking, with news of air and space events or disasters, explosions, eruptions, electrical issues, power outages, insane weather, earthquakes, tsunamis. And something major begins in the Middle East as Pisces rules this land. Please think about where all the three religions were erected from, what part of the world, the three main and youngest religions, as I call it: Judaism, Christianity, Islam, all out of the Middle East. The Middle East is a Pisces energy. So I know there's a lot of chaos going on there right now, but something is getting ready to escalate after the 19th, I fear. And on a side note here, for the 19th, I'm going to give you something a little extra. I just got to go into a newsletter. Now I'm getting ready to go into a private meeting with my Patreons in a little bit here. And hold on. Bear with me. I want to read something to you. You just got to give me a minute. I'm clicking. So yes, just be aware, because we are in a Mercury retrograde. And like I said, first 2 weeks it is in Virgo. Then on the 14th of August, it does moves into Leo. But the first 2 weeks stronger than usual because of that energy, because that strong mercurial energy. All right, bear with me. My computer, Mercury retrograde, everything is as slow as molasses. Okay. What I wanted to do was read Leo's forecast, since I always read the birthday month. So this is the month of August, and it is Leo season. So happy birthday to all my Leos. This is your moon, Leo, and the choices and opportunities you seize in this phase can bring much success and happiness. This new moon is right on you. This is your first house of self and soul's purpose. Leos will be advancing forward and making those needed changes to achieve their goals to greatness. This is your birthday moon, and wishes can be made, and the opportunity is given for all Leos to advance, make plans for the future, and even change their appearance. Get out there and enjoy what life has to offer. The best of luck to you, Leo, and happy, happy birthday. The only other thing I'm going to add to this is, and if you just give 1 second here, I am going to tell you. All right, and last but not least, I wanted to talk about August 19th for a minute because I'm concerned about this placement. There's a couple of things going. There's what? Let's see, the 19th. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you go to my Patreon page, you can print out your free energy forecast. Astrostrega. Just look for Patreon, www.patreon.com/astrostrega. But on the 19th, we have a Mercury Cazimi. Then we have the full moon in Aquarius. Then we have Venus squaring Jupiter. Then we have Jupiter squaring Saturn. And that is the big one, okay? The Jupiter squaring Saturn. No, that's not the big one. This is the big one. Sun in Leo squares Uranus. And that's going to bring a lot of eccentric and erratic behavior. Also on the 19th, Venus is in opposition to Saturn, which is financial and emotional hardships. And Jupiter and Gemini, which squares Saturn and Pisces, this is going to bring issues with business and finance. So I need you to all be aware of this because it can create some very intense energies for everyone. So it's just something I want you to be aware of around the 19th. And like I said, it is a full moon in Aquarius, so it is going to be very shocking news. So just be prepared for that. Have a great, like I said, enjoy the first week of this new moon energy. It will be lovely. It's the second week that'll get a little intense and crazy. But I am wishing all of you a very blessed new moon in Leo. And I will get back on here sometime next week. I'm not on YouTube quite as much as I used to be, especially since I'm in Patreon and I do Patreon. I focus more of my time to my Patreons. But I will give new moon, full moon forecasts and go over certain stars. Now, as we get closer, like I said, I gave you an old recording on YouTube of Kamala Harris's stars. And I'm actually waiting for that DNC convention and I want to see who her running mate is, because the running mate has a lot to do with the energies combined. Because Kamala Harris has the same dragon's energy as Donald Trump. So when they're operating on, they're going to both be operating on the same lucky and unlucky dragon days. Trump and Kamala Harris. So I need to see who her running mate is so I can run their stars and see the compatibility. It really does depend on the stars. I said this before and I'll say it again. I said it in the Kamala Harris video that Biden picking her was his golden ticket to win. It had nothing to do with the election being stolen or anything like that. It was Kamala Harris's stars that got him into the White House, because now a vice president and a president's energies are combined together as one. See what I mean? So I have to wait to do an update on her stars until that running mate is picked. Once that running mate is picked and I can run the stars, their chart, I can give a little more perspective into who is going to win the election. But I am at 95% going to say it's Kamala Harris that wins. There is only about 30% of the future that wants a 2025 what's the word I'm looking for? agenda. There's this agenda, Project 2025 agenda, where it's very radical. It's just very un-American, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. But I do believe Kamala Harris will be your next president of the United States. And those who have followed me a long time, go watch my old video from 2020 on Kamala Harris. I said she would be president someday. The future is female. I don't even, we've got Joe Biden in office for another 5-6 months. At the rate he's going, I don't even know if he'll make it. That's just my opinion. But only time will tell. But yeah, I am 95% certain Kamala Harris will be the winner of this election. However, I did say that Donald Trump will be operating on an unlucky dragon day on election night. So will Kamala. So, because they have the similar stars, dragon head in Sagittarius, or dragon's head in Gemini, tail in Sagittarius. And for Kamala, it's reversed. So the dragon's head's in Gemini, the tail's in Sagittarius, but the hidden dragon is in Sagittarius and the tail is in Gemini. So her stars are a little more lucky than his. Well, we'll talk more about that as we get closer to everything. I want you all to have a beautiful Sunday. Get out there, enjoy the sunshine, spend time with family, and have a great day. I will be talking to you all soon. Blessings to all. Bye-bye.